All right, let's talk about the AI race. For a long time, we thought we knew the rules, but the finish line, it just moved. See, it's not just about who has the most data anymore. Today, we're going to dive into why the quality of that data, curated by real human experts, is the new secret weapon.
Yeah, this says it all, doesn't it? This is the core idea we need to wrap our heads around. For years, the AI giants were all about one thing: scale, brute force. But that's changing, fast. This simple statement signals a huge power shift, away from just collecting mountains of data to something way more intelligent.
You see, for the longest time, the playbook was super simple. Just get more data, hoard it. The biggest pile of data won. But you know, we're kind of hitting a wall with that. The whole more is more thing, it's pretty much over. The real game now, it's not about having the most data, it's about having the absolute best.
Okay, so let's get into it. Why is this big shift happening right now? Let's break down why that old big data playbook just doesn't cut it anymore. Think about it. AI models are getting scary good at reasoning, right? But they still have this blind spot. They can spot patterns in a sea of data, but they have zero real-world judgment, no nuance. So the next big jump, it's not going to come from just dumping more data into the system. It's going to come from better oversight, from people. The winners in this new race will be the ones who figure out how to weave real, reliable human expertise right into the fabric of their AI.
But here's the catch. Getting that human expertise in there isn't as easy as it sounds. Why? Because the data we're using to train AI right now, well, it's got a major quality problem. It's the big bottleneck holding everything back. Let's dig into why that is.
So right now, we've got two main ways we try to tackle this. First, you've got synthetic data. Super easy to scale up, you can make tons of it, but it's fake. It just doesn't have that real-world, messy human context. Then, on the other side, you have crowdsourced labeling. Yeah, you can get a massive volume of data labeled, but you totally sacrifice precision. You lose that sharp accuracy that only a real expert can bring to the table. So, both paths have some serious drawbacks. Okay, so if the old ways are broken, what's the solution? Well, it's all about a massive shift in how we think. We need to stop treating human expertise like some kind of band-aid and start seeing it for what it is, the single most valuable, most strategic asset in this whole AI game. And this is where some really cool new ideas are coming into play, like what Codata is building. They call it a knowledge layer. So picture this. It's a system that takes an expert's insight, that unique thing only they know, and basically locks it in on a blockchain. What that does is turn their knowledge into a verifiable digital asset. Suddenly, it has real, tangible, long-term value.
And that changes everything. It's a total paradigm shift. Experts are no longer just gig workers, paid for one little task and then they're gone. Now, they're actual stakeholders. Think about that. Every single time an AI uses the data they helped create, they get paid royalties. All of a sudden, they have a real financial stake in making sure that data is top-notch for the long haul.
And once you give experts skin in the game like that, something really powerful happens. You create a whole economy around their knowledge. And this thing, it feeds itself. It creates this amazing flywheel effect that just keeps spinning, pushing out better and better quality data.
So, let's look at how this flywheel actually spins. Step 1. You offer better incentives, right? Like royalties. That pulls in the best of the best talent. Step 2. That amazing talent produces way better data, which in turn makes the AI model smarter and more powerful. Step 3. Because the models are so much better, everyone wants that premium data. Demand skyrockets. And step 4. That huge demand leads to compounding rewards for the experts, which keeps them in the game, keeps them contributing, and boom, the whole cycle starts all over again. But this time, it's spinning even faster.
So where does a model like this really shine? Where does it make the biggest difference? Well, it's being pointed at the really tricky frontiers of data. Those high-stakes areas where getting it right isn't just nice to have, it is absolutely mission-critical.
Let's take crypto, for example. You can't just scrape some random website and expect to understand what's happening with on-chain analytics or DeFi. It's way too complex. You need someone who actually gets the market dynamics, who's on top of the regulations. Your standard dataset just doesn't have a clue. Or how about fashion? Seriously, how is an AI supposed to understand what looks good? Or predict what's going to be the next big trend? It has no idea. Not without help anyway. It needs people, curators, insiders who live and breathe that stuff, who get the cultural vibe that actually drives it all.
And this is where it gets really, really serious. Think about technologies like autonomous systems, self-driving cars.
Being able to spot a weird, rare edge case from a camera feed, like, say, a ball rolling into the road, that can literally be the difference between life and death. For stuff like this, expert human oversight, it's not just a nice little feature. It is completely non-negotiable.
So look, all of this is pointing to one single massive takeaway. In this next chapter of AI, size just doesn't matter as much as skill. How big your data set is, it's way less important than the quality and the verifiability of the real human brainpower that's baked right into it.
So I'm going to leave you with a question to chew on. If we all agree that human judgment is the most precious asset in AI, then how do we actually prove that it's real? How do we verify it? Building the systems that can prove that expertise is authentic and trustworthy, that, my friends, is the next great challenge. That is the new frontier.